You go get it, bro. Come on. Watch out, watch out. Cancel. Fuck you! Shoot! Chill, bro. Shoot! You fucking pig! Shoot! Right now!
Where is that Cardi B meme when you need it, right? Because what was the reason for that, right? Like, I don't think these people are logically, like, sound. I don't think these people even think about the things that they do before they even do it. We literally just had a woman lose her life, right? Because she drove a car into an ICE agent and basically almost ran him over. And now these people think it's a great idea to go and full speed floor it towards ICE agents as if they're not going to defend themselves. Like, these people are, I don't know, man. Like, it's incredible to see how these people think. I mean, even his friend in the front seat who was recording the situation is like, chill, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't understand how these people think like that is a good idea to floor it, to like just zoom at like an ice van or whatever the hell it is. Like, what was the reason, bro? Literally proves no point. And then you tell them to shoot as if they're gonna shoot you. No, they're only gonna shoot you if you know, are a potential danger to their lives, because these people are human just like you. They want to go home to their families, and their right, their constitutional right, is to defend themselves. So I don't understand why these people think it's a good idea. Like, we literally just had a woman lose her life because of some dumb shit like this, and you guys are gonna floor it towards an ICE agent, multiple ICE agents in a vehicle. Makes no sense.
Video from Minneapolis shows Border Patrol agents warning two women in separate SUVs to stop trailing them and not interfere. The warning was captured on camera.
Making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
Intimidate her. It's not legal.
I'm not.
The right decision.
Oh, then why are you giving her a warning? I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with what we're doing, to not make a bad decision today and ruin your life.
Well, bad decisions.
Thank you.
That's funny coming from you.
Okay, alrighty. Thank you. Have a good day.
I hope you have a terrible day.
Okay, thank you. If we continue to have you follow us, okay?
So before the incident happened, these people were clearly warned. And I can't help but think of a specific story, a certain story in the Bible. One day God spoke to Noah, right? And he told Noah, listen, build an ark, right? I'm going to be sending some crazy rain, some crazy showers, and some crazy floods that nobody's ever seen before. I need you to build an ark so that everybody, every animal, right? Every person, your wife, your kids, everybody could get onto that ark. And, you know, they could survive. And being the good man that Noah was, he went and he warned the people. He said, listen, God just gave me a direct message. He just spoke to me. And he told me, listen, there's going to be a flood coming. You might want to get on this ark. I'm going to build an ark. And if you want to survive the destruction that's about to happen, get on the ark. And you will survive. Of course, people being people, nobody listened, right? The only people who actually got onto the ark, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me right, it was Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. So I think a total of 8 people survived. A total of 8 people hopped on the ark and they survived. The animals were there as well, right? And as many people as could be held and could be fit on the ark. And as the story goes, eventually the floods come and God destroys the whole earth, and only the people, right? Only Noah and his family and their 3 wives, right? His son's 3 wives and his sons survived. Everybody else perished and they were destroyed. And I say that to say all this, right? It's crazy how before the situation happened, before the incident happened, these ICE officers were going around telling people, right? Because it can't be those two women or those 2 SUVs that they, you know, warned. They had to have gone around and told a lot of people, listen, you're impeding an investigation, you're impeding us doing our job, stop, or, you know, something else is going to happen. And lo and behold, Renee Good loses her life, right? Leaving a son behind. And I'm pretty sure the dad died like a year before, something like that, or 2 years before. So now the kid has nobody except for his grandfather, I think, who's still alive. And the truth is that what this really is just a microcosm of all the liberal ideologies that have been pushed that tell these people that they are supposed to disobey the authority of a law enforcement officer. I keep seeing people say that the cop should have gotten out of the way or he should have moved out of the way. Listen, I need y'all to understand something, and I'm going to make it explicitly clear. Police officers and law enforcement officers, federal officers, whatever you want to call them, law enforcement does not have the duty to retreat. Yes, you heard that correctly. Law enforcement officers do not have the duty to retreat. In situations like that, they do not fall under the same umbrella as a regular U.S. citizen or civilian. That concept, the duty to retreat, only applies to private citizens, not law enforcement officers. There's a reason why police officers is called law enforcement or law enforcement officers, right? Because they enforce the law. It's not called law evade. It's called law enforcement for a reason. And for those people who clearly cannot grasp this concept, ask yourself the logical question. How is a law enforcement officer or a federal agent or whatever it is, right? How are police officers supposed to enforce the law if they are legally required to run away every time somebody charges at them, especially with a vehicle or something that could do, bodily harm or even kill them? It literally makes no sense. If officers had the duty to retreat, then law enforcement would literally be impossible. Citizens would be able to threaten violence against police officers or charge at them or, drive through police motorcades or whatever the hell they want to do without any consequences. And let's take a second to, address the situation here, because it's almost as if a lot of people cannot understand what happened here. She literally floored it. Like, when you talk about, if you ever thought about the epitome of pedal to the metal, that's what she did. It was so forceful that if you actually watch the video in slow-mo, you can actually see the tires skid before the vehicle actually gains traction and starts charging towards the officer. That tells you what? She has a certain intent. That tells you what? There's a certain force applied here. And that tells you what? She's actually trying to cause bodily harm and put the officer in danger. The people who are saying, oh, the vehicle barely touched them, you clearly have never ever been in a situation where a 2-ton vehicle, because I think she was driving like a Honda Pilot or something like that, a 2-ton vehicle is charging at you. Yes, that is a deadly weapon. And it's so crazy because the same people who are saying, oh, he should have moved, you put them in that kind of situation and either one of two things is going to happen. They would have probably panicked and frozen and got ran over and never make it home to their families again. Or they would have did the same thing that the officer did. Most of you would never ever again be able to legally carry a firearm, let alone make a decision in a split second. So no, I'm not buying that narrative. The duty to retreat law does not apply to police officers. It's called law enforcement, not law evade. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand the law. And I would argue you don't understand the reality either.